Hey everybody, not sure how well you can see Mesa Verde out my front yard, but you can see that there's still some snow up there, but we are gonna do the first ride of the season today. So come along with us. We're gonna go to a place that's called Uranium, which is northwest of where I live, but it's a relatively flat area, not very many trees, so I'm hoping that the snow is mostly gone from up there. It's not a super high trail. It's about the same elevation that I live at about 7,500 feet. It's short, but there's supposed to be some cool mine ruins up there, so we're going to get some shots of that and see what the trail looks like. It's only a 3.2-mile trail, something like that, and we're going out on the old Himalayan again. In case you're wondering, this is my first trail ride with the 14-tooth sprocket that I've put on. So I've done 16, I've done 15, and I've failed with both in varying levels. And we're going to see what happens with the 14. I'm interested myself, so let's go find out. All right, now we are riding off to Uranium Trail, and it's ironically where there's some uranium mines. So that'll be kind of fun. We get to see some old mining stuff, and also it's rated 4 for difficulty. So we'll see what that looks like. It seems like those ratings are usually pretty subjective. But a 4 usually means that there's some drops and steps and stuff like that. But that's not what the description said, so we'll just have to go see for ourselves. Again, we're taking off with the 14-tooth sprocket right now, as opposed to, what was it, actually it was the 16 that I couldn't make it up the trail. No, it's not. It was the 15 that I couldn't make it up the trail. So I hope to go back to Ice Lake up near Silverton again and do an apples to apples comparison, but that is for another day. There is not a lot of snow around here, but there is definitely still a lot of snow up at elevation. It's still pretty early in the year. We'll just take it one step at a time. All right, so I'm going to record this because we have never gone this way before, but we're going to go past some some neat stuff, a neat little lake, and wanted y'all to be able to see it as we drive past. So right up in front of us is McPhee Reservoir, I think second largest reservoir in the state. There is Canyon of the Ancients National Monument. Talks about all the Anasazi and Puebloan heritage around here. So those mountains over there that you see are in Utah, around Monticello. Then there's the Sleeping Ute off to the left. So we are going west officially. There is Narragansett Reservoir. That's a neat little place. And that's the makeshift beach right back in there. Here is the other side of Colorado. They grow a lot of beans around here. But this is not what I normally show you on my videos. I'm all about the mountains. And this is some rolling plains. I do have to admit that the 14-tooth sprocket is taking these hills better than with the 15 or the 16. Now you can't downshift with both of those, but even this, when I downshift to 4th gear, I am at red line, right at 65 miles an hour. All right, here we are, road K8 with fresh gravel on it. It says it's an approved OHV route, which is good. That's a pretty big view. Very nice. Oh, this is it right here. Okay, so it looks like it's a loop. So we're going to go clockwise. Make sure I can remember how to ride. Hasn't been a year, but it's been a long time. Looks like it's wanting us to go this direction. A lot of rocks, no doubt about that. Oh, there you go. Old mining equipment right there. Got some pretty fresh tracks on it. Bet some side-by-sides have been up here recently. That's what it looks like. Let's see if we can... There it is. Away we go. I was a little worried about first gear being too low now, but I'm not feeling that at all. Oh, probably not where the side that I wanted to be on, but that's all right. Nothing to it. Hopefully I'm following the trail. Not looking at the map, that's for sure. Yeah, pretty nice. Whoa, yeah. Slipped down in the ditch just a little bit, my back wheel did. Pulled right out of it though. Definitely some rocks. All right. There we go. That was a rocky little bit, little steepness. Some pretty darn loose dirt, I'll have to admit as well. But it's not sand. And the old Pirellis are hanging in there, doing a good job. I could see if you're on four wheels, some of that stuff would be a little more tricky than being able to just pick the easy line. You kind of got to drive on both sides. And I really haven't felt like I'm lugging the engine, which is nice. That's a bad feeling because it's close to a stall, right? So I think I like the gearing, even in first gear with this 14.2 Sprocket. It seems to kind of be just right there where I want it. So as we go left, and then it says we go right. That's interesting. I wonder if that's private land up there. Could very well be. All right. Well, we'll go this way. Yeah, fun little trail though for getting started for the season, no doubt. I think I'm glad I took the way that I did. I would rather go through loose dirt and chunky rocks up than down, in my opinion. Yeah, very nice. Still big views all the way around. I was hoping there was going to be a few more ruins, so hopefully we're not. Oh, well, we are almost done, actually. Huh. All right, so we're going to go back and backtrack a little bit because there were some tracks up there that we missed. Actually, there was a whole section that we missed up here, too, that was straight, and the trail said to go left. So let's try that. Okay, this is where we didn't go. So let's see what we can find. Looking for ruins. Huh. And looky there. It's exactly what we found. Perfect. So here's some ruins we found. Those don't look like mining ruins, but you know, you never know. So if you're wondering why your battery dies, turn your key off, unlike what I did. But if you're driving along and you feel like there's this really weird sensation in your back, you might want to pull off and make sure your seat didn't fly off, which mine did. So I'm going to put that back together, take a picture, and we're going to head probably back now. All right, did a quick fluid change and a battery change. We're good to go now. We're going to probably flip around, head back home. All right, pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and we're going to hit the road. Well, after we make this little loop around here. Definitely gets a little warm when you're standing still. probably more stuff to explore. What was that? Did you see that? What was that? It was some kind of animal, but I don't see it anymore. I just saw the tail. Well, maybe it was captured on camera. And we'll see it whenever we get back. We are back home, and it was a fun ride. It was a lot of street, no doubt about that. It was about 50 miles to get there, and the trail wasn't super long. There weren't as many structures as I thought there were going to be, but that's okay. It's about getting out there and riding anyway. And I really am impressed with the 14-tooth sprocket on this ride. I think the gearing is pretty darn close to exactly what I want. That's after one ride. So we'll see. The future will tell, right? So come along for more. Hey, I just want to say thank you all so much for subscribing. And if you haven't, do it. I sure appreciate it. And if you got any comments, I'd love to hear about them. If you ride in Colorado or wherever you ride, I'd love to hear about that. And I thank you all that have been sticking with me. I did start a new job this last year, and I'm not doing the full-time voice acting thing anymore. Luckily, most of that was during the winter time. So now that we're getting some sun and some warmth, we're going to hit the trails again. So I look forward to seeing and hearing from every one of you. This is Ron, Southwest Colorado Adventures. Thanks again.